Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I invite the beautiful Sakura Rimson here. She lent me her beautiful canvas to create this makeup look for you. It's more a monochrome, mauvey tone. You know, it's like some eye but some lips as well. I hope you enjoy the look. Give the channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumb up and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well. Thank you. To start every makeup, I always prep the skincare first. Sakura's skin is really beautiful, but if someone have this gorgeous skin, I still prep the skin before makeup. I never just leave the skin like this and start the makeup. I feel the makeup doesn't take well, it doesn't last long with the makeup, and it's great to always prep the skin. The first product I always use is a lip balm. This one is the lip mask from Fresh Skincare. This is great. You use for day or at night. You can use a thicker layer and leave it overnight, and it's really help to hydrate and plump the lips. The next product I'm using is eye cream. It's also from Fresh Skincare. This is a great eye cream to reduce the appearance of dark circle, help to lift the eye, hydrate the eye. And all the skincare today I'm using is from Fresh. They not sponsor, but I like to try to use all the skincare from similar brand or same brand for each face. That way it's less confusing for you. The next product I'm using is the serum. This one helps to firm and improve elasticity of the skin. The best way, just really press the serum in the skin. One thing I want to be very transparent is that a lot of people are allergic to fragrance, and a lot of people don't like use skincare with fragrance. Fresh Skincare, they do have fragrance, but they are from an extract. It's not artificial fragrance, since a lot of people don't get allergic as much or are not allergic. The last product is the moisturizer. This is a great moisturizer under makeup. It helps to hydrate the skin, improve the skin elasticity as well. They are more a richer cream, so I try to use it under makeup, but I blot it first before I use the foundation if you don't want the skin look too dewy. Always give your skin a lot of love, little massage, little fade puff. It's gonna help a lot. For the complexion today, I'm going to use these three products. The first product I'm using is the foundation from Clearable. This is really beautiful foundation. It's dewy, it's very hydrating. It's more like a serum foundation, I feel, but it's quite gorgeous. I'm using their concealer. This is a cult favorite. Everyone know about the concealer. And then the last part I'm using is the eye brightener from Rare Beauty. I'm using this today to show you guys that, because usually when I use two different kind of concealer. I use a lighter concealer here and then a darker concealer matching the foundation everywhere on the face. But realistically, as a makeup artist, I can do that. I can have the privilege to have multiple concealer, but most people, they won't able to do that. They won't able to buy like a separate lighter concealer and a darker concealer. It doesn't make any sense. But Rare came out recently, the eye brightener, which I like it myself, is that you can use it alone to brighten the eye and without using concealer or anything, or you can use foundation concealer and then you put a little bit brightener here or the bridge of the nose, all the area that you want to brighten, you can use the eye brightener. I think that's a great way to do it as well. They didn't say that you have to do it like that, but I play with them and it works really well for me. For the foundation, I'm purposely chose the shades a little warmer and then Sakura skin color. I think it's nice that make her look just almost the same color as her body. Her face slightly paler than her body, so I just want to somewhat blend them together. And her skin is really beautiful. I don't want to cover too much. I just want to put a little bit and just blend it out. You can see that even if the foundation a little warmer, but when you blend it out, it looks almost like her skin color. And I use just a little bit, not too much. As I say, this is also a very hydrating and it's buildable foundation. You can get really good coverage, but if you don't want to cover too much, you don't have to. The best way to use a foundation brush like what I'm doing right now, so you can apply really full coverage like this, or you can apply very sheer. You can see that just a little bit, the skin look amazing. Keep in mind that, like I said earlier, this is more a dewy, more creamier foundation. If someone who wants really matte finish, this is not the right foundation for them. What I'm gonna say is I don't want Sakura to take in a negative, but the thing is that this foundation would be great for mature skin. She's really young for this, but the thing is that I just love how fresh it looks on the youthful skin as well. But if someone who's older and they want a really hydrating foundation, this would be a great foundation as well. I didn't say that you are older, but I think this is would be a great foundation for someone who's older. She's very young. She's how old, 21, so she's still young. But I love how fresh her skin is, and I think this is great for someone who have beautiful skin as well. But like I say, if you are more mature, you need a lot of hydration, this is great for you. And I noticed that most about Japanese formulation, they are really into skincare benefit, so their foundation always a bit more like serum-y or a bit more like creamier. It's not just dry matte finish. For concealer, I'm using with a concealer brush. This concealer is one of my favorite go-to concealer. You know, the thing is about this concealer is they cover really well. You only need a tiny bit, and that's all you need. And I use the mix between my finger and the brush. For anywhere that you want to use more a pinpoint, so you use a smaller concealer brush like this, or this is like an eyeliner brush, and you do all the pinpoint. And keep in mind that the shade, the foundation you use for all these should be similar, almost identical to the foundation shades. So that way it's go more seamless together. If your concealer color is too light for pinpoint, you can always use the foundation brush or sponge you used earlier with the leftover foundation. You can just do like that on top. So basically you're gonna blend everything together. And when it comes back to the eye brightener I said earlier, remember you can use just a little bit for all the area that you want to brighten. Really just for eye brightener, but I use them as a highlighter, all the area that I want to brighten. You can see what I'm doing, just do dot dot dot. And then you can use the brush and just pat it out. This is great for someone who do not want to wear concealer and just brighten under the eye area. This would be a great one as well. But I played with it and I thought it was great. It does keep the eye area quite bright, also all the area that I want to be brightened. It works amazing. And you just pat it out. And you see that just, all the area, it does brighten up a little bit. You can add more if you like. For me, I think that would be great enough. For powder, I'm going to use the Ultra Blur Loose Powder from Laura Mercier. This is the newly formulated formula they have. It's quite beautiful. It's keep beautiful blurring effect, which I love. I just pat them a little more so I get more matter in the T-zone area. You can also use a puff like this as well. Just really press the powder in. I'm going to use a powder bronzer from Chanel Beauty. This is more the deeper shade they have. And just a little bit shading around the perimeter of the face. It's more like a soft contouring I'm trying to do, and also give her that really healthy glow. And you can see you don't want to disturb all the product from underneath, so you go really gentle hand. Just pat in motion is better. For eyebrow, I'm going to use two eyebrow products from Vanngo Beauty. The first one just eyebrow pencil, and the second one is a brow marker with a little brow gel as well in the back here. To start, you see Sakura eyebrow really beautiful, but they have a little sparse certain area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in those areas. For the area is so dense like this, I'm gonna leave it alone. So you see just a few right here. I filled it in. So that's the eyebrow, like you can't just like draw like triangle and do the whole thing, because not every area need to be filled in. So that's why you see it here, I leave it alone, and I just go a bit on the back here. But then again, everyone's aesthetic is different. You can do any way you want. There's no right or wrong. And I just filled in on the back here a little more. It's gonna help the eyebrow to be more lifted. I'm gonna do the same on the other side first before I do the marker. For most people, you know, you fill in eyebrow like this, you gel them, ready to go. It's enough. It depends how much further you want to go with it. For me, I still think that you can finesse them a little more. So it's all personal preference. You can just like happy like this, you know, fill them a little more. Eyebrow gel is great. But for me, I think the eyebrow look even to the next level, how I should say that. If you fill them a little more with like a little marker, make it a bit more softer. You see what I'm doing right now. I just fill the individual hair and then I gel them after. And that's when I give you that little personal touch on the brow. And then you can see any area that filled in more, you can just add more, a little bit. You can see that you just finesse wherever you want to add more of the little individual hair. And it's just really that. I feel like the eyebrow a bit more finished, you know. This looks like her real eyebrow. You don't have to go all the little detail that I just did if you don't want to, but I think this looks just beautiful. And then you use the eyebrow gel on the other side to set the eyebrow. For the eyes, I'm going to use 3 products. The first product I'm using is the Rare Beauty Eyes Shadow Primer. The second product is this beautiful eyeshadow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The shade I'm using, I think mostly these shades right here. It's more neutral shades. And the new mascara, this is a lengthening volumizing mascara from Glam Beauty. The look I'm doing is more like a really soft, smoky, like a lip, but not really strong lips color. So that's why I'm not going to use any eyeliner at all. And I think this is great for people who's not good at using an eyeliner. This is the eyeshadow primer. I'm just gonna use a little bit to prime the eye area. You don't have to use this step at all, but for me, I think it's make a big difference on the longevity of the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow go on a lot smoother as well. So if you can able to do this step, you should. You can see that it's just even the lid out a little bit for you when you put the color in. Next, I'm going to use this color shadow right here. And I could do a really just a soft wash all over the eyelid area. Just really softer. You see, just a little bit like this. And I'm trying to make this eye least complicated I could. So it's like non-complicated at all. It's easy for you to do, and you can see that just one color I put all across the lid like that. Okay, you see that so far. Next, you can use this shade, same brush, and you just blend it up a little bit higher. Just a little gradation. Same on this one. Next, you're gonna use a blending brush. So instead use the eyeliner brush, I use a blending brush. You see this color right here? I'm gonna use a blending brush. I create depth along the lash line. And you see that I just use a little bit of that color. This way, it's give you that diffuse, soft blending shadow along the lash line. It looks like you use a pencil and you blend it out. Because I applied the eyeshadow primer already, so this is gonna hold a lot better for you. But if you don't use eyeshadow primer, you might have to use a pencil, smudge it out, then use the eyeshadow. So that way, the eyeshadow gonna last a lot longer for you. But this way, the way I do, you don't need to do that. You can see that, just do a little bit. And then you can use that brush you earlier and just blend everything out a little more. You see that her eye looks just beautiful. And then I use a little more. Look up for me. Just extend the eye a little longer. And then again, same brush, blend it out. And then go back with the same brush here. A little bit on the lash line here, lower lash line. This, if you want to give that eye more soft, smoky on the bottom. If you don't have to do it. A lot of people like it bare on the bottom and lower lash line here, but for me, I always like a little color. I love how soft and smoky it is. And I use that shade was the one I'm using. I'm going to do the same on the other side. The same thing with that lighter shades. I just blend it out on the lower lash line. Remember the shade I was using with this shade. So it's not really dark. So if you want it with more darker, you can go either that shade or that shade. So it's all personal preference. But you see, I want to keep everything very soft. And so if you want more soft eye, or you want more like a smokier eye, you can see where the fall of the eye. You can deepen as well if you want a bit more like a stronger eye look. But I think for the focus I'm doing right now, I think it's gorgeous just like this. She doesn't need any more than that. I'm going to curl the lashes a little bit. Just a tiny bit to give a little pinch there. For the mascara, I'm going to use 2 coats. Look down for me. You can use that little detail from the brush and just really feather it out if you want to. I'm also going to use a little bit on the lower lashes. For blush, I'm going to use this blush from LH Cosmetics. The shade I'm using is this one right here. I think it's just beautiful. It's more a mauvey shades. And you see that I use very little. And then you just apply mainly on the high cheekbone area. And then the same on this side. These are just beautiful shades. For highlighter, I'm using the highlighter from Rare Beauty. The shades I'm using is called Exhilarating. About this highlighter, it's really beautiful, but it's really popping. So you use a little bit at a time. You see what I'm using, very tiny bit. If you like it's really highlighting effect, then you can use it. But if not, just use a little bit. You can see that. You see it's really highlighting. So just use a little bit, and then you just play where you want to do. But they have beautiful shade. I think they come in for like 4 or 5 shades, and they're quite beautiful. And one of my favorite shades on the paler skin color is called Mesmerize. And this is great for someone with olive skin. You can see that I use a little bit of everywhere, but then again, tiny bit at a time. This highlighter is great for people who love to do the inner corner of the eye. So you can use a little bit. Usually I don't use much, but if I do, look up for me, I do further in so it doesn't shorten the eye too much. So the highlight, instead do right the corner, I do a little bit inside like that. And you still have that brightening the corner of the eye effect without shortening the eye. Just something like that. And you can use a small brush like I do, just detailing where you want to highlight. For lips, I'm going to use two different products. This lip liner from Vive, and the lipstick color is a matte lipstick from Louis Vuitton Beauty. This is the closest lip liner I have, and the formulation is pretty matte. You don't need to use a lip liner, but if you use lip liner, this is a great lip liner. Vive, she also does have lipstick as well. They also have great formula. You guys should check it out as well. To start, I'm gonna create the shape. Sakura have beautiful lip shapes, so I'm not gonna cheat or change the shape, anything at all. I'm just gonna follow the shape. So smile, no teeth for me. Yes, the best way for me to create a shape that you don't want to cheat anything is for someone, you see the way I asked her, it's just smile and no teeth, so you can see exactly the shape where it is, so you just follow it. See that? That's the easiest for you to get the shape of someone, because sometimes when they smile too big, the lip shape moves too much and you can't really see very well. This is a great way to do. And I filled in a little bit more. And same on this side. And especially when they smile with no teeth, you can see the corner here better, and the bottom one here as well. This is such a beautiful formulation, and the color, I think it's just so gorgeous. They know for their red lipstick, but they start making other color as well, and I really love them. You should definitely check it out. It's more a luxury beauty, but it's worth the money. The packaging is beautiful. This color is so beautiful. To set the makeup, I'm going to use the Fix Blood Stay Over from MAC Cosmetics. That is the final look, guys. It's more, I don't know how you call this one, mauvey tone, and even like the brownie mauvey lips. I mean, this is like a monochrome somewhat. I hope you enjoy the look. This is a great look for someone who want to do smoky eye but don't know use an eyeshadow. Oh, by the way, keep in mind that when you use that smoky shadow liner like that, you have to use a smudging brush. It's gonna give you more control. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give this video a thumb up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you for watching.